Blub blub everyone, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. We have Karlach in our team now. I love it. She has the Sword of Tyr, or Justice rather, with Tyr's Protection. Tyr's Protection is pretty nice for once in a short rest. And it's a concentration. You can give someone 2 armor class, so that's perfect for Gale. Then we are at 14, 15, 15, 16, which is pretty good. We're gonna go higher for sure, but yeah, for Gale, that's amazing right now. That's really amazing. We already plundered everything here. Oh, we missed one person. I'm gonna need to do a long rest. Question is, does Shadowheart have a level 2 spell slot left, just in case? No. Yeah, that's a problem indeed. That is a problem indeed. She can make lights. Yay. Doesn't help us here, though. Turn undead, duplicity. I mean, the Blessing of the Trickster is nice if we need advantage on stealth checks, but otherwise it's kinda meh.
No one stopped me.
Luckily, we got a lot of scrolls. We used one, and we got some back. I'm still gonna go down first, I think. Because we have the key now. I just fear some traps. And I can already see them. Though, that should not be that much of a problem. I don't need to get rid of these traps. All I need to do is put something on them, and they cannot be a problem anyway. And since I don't get XP for getting rid of traps, just burying them should be fine.
This place is hungry for blood.
What is that? A burrow hole? But at least we get some extra gold. Extra garbage to sell, which is fine. Again, loot goblin. God, I'm gonna run out of inventory space so often, guys. I'm sorry about that. I hope it's not too annoying. It just has to happen. Can we put that crate here? There you go. Use this crate anyway. It's just bottles, a vase, wicker basket. Sure, I mean, you can climb everywhere if you want to, Gurtak. Also, on top of that, that's great. How about you put that there, please? Thank you. It's nice that he jumps off of it first. And doesn't do a Baron Münchhausen. Don't know if you guys know what that is, but, you know. Stories of a liar, you could call that. There you go. Good. So these are safe. Now there's an iron gate. I hope they're safe. Best thing I could do. Gate doesn't seem to be problematic. We can see the traps pretty well. Just put something on and it should be fine. We need to look at everything. I doubt it. This is gonna be quick. And do it. That was good stuff. Potion of Featherfall. I did need a few of those in my first playthrough, so definitely happy about them. I'm not gonna sell them. I mean, the animal talking I can sell. That is fine. Potions, because I mean I now have 2 characters who can.
This place is hungry for blood.
Can do that. I already find it quite useful to have more strength, I must say. This is a pitcher of beer, should be good for extra camp supplies. You just go there, you live there now, perfect. This wasn't all, obviously. The candles. Empty potion bottle, just a bottle. Yeah. Sure, let's look at this. There's another trap. way. Works every time. Bottle, large bottle, nothing useful. Yeah, I'm feeling the extra strength that I gave my character. Takes a lot longer to be overburdened, even with some armors in there. Are these any good? I don't think so. They're just the box standard nonsense, right? I mean, this is just padded armor. It's literally what he is using. My druid leather. Simple robe and leather armor, so it's all nonsense. Okay, good, good, good. The leadership of the Zentarim is definitely something we should look at in the studded shield I want. Zentarim. It's interesting. An excerpt from the ongoing meta text Rebound by Josefa Elgin, a scholar excommunicated from the Church of Denir for her heretical efforts to reconstruct the metatext, her god's annal of lost and hidden knowledge. Despite their protestation to the contrary, it takes no keen eye to see echoes of Bainite philosophy in modern Zentarim practice, a strict militaristic hierarchy where all power flows from the top. Who occupies that position today is the matter of some speculation of the Black Network's leadership. Was thought... for the Black Network's leadership was thought destroyed along with the headquarters at Zenthal Keep in 1383. Is that something that happens in Baldur's Gate 1 or 2? Somehow that rings a bell. I think in the second one at the beginning you're at a keep or something? I don't know anymore. In the following decades, however, a new base of power began to consolidate at the fortress of Darkhold, far to the south. At its center stands the Perigost, an enigmatic armored figure to whom the Zentarim's rebirth is almost single-handedly attributed. Whoever their leader, it is clear that this new Zentarim have not abandoned plans for domination, so much as recalculated their approach. Where once their focus was on the subversion and conquest of nations, the network of today is much more concerned with establishing their stranglehold on the market. A power which crosses borders that are close to more conventional forces. Aha. Subversion and conquest of nations before. So they changed their approach pretty heavily with that. Interesting thing. No, I don't want to ping, thanks. I have no one to ping to apart from the viewers. And so far I didn't have to ping for you guys.
Need to find a way forward.
Okay, Gale and Karlach. You sit there.
What a charmer.
I mean, it's pretty obvious what you need to do.
But to what effect?
Don't know why Gale is not really sitting, but sure.
Times.
Sight beyond sight?
Watch how you go.
Oh. Ah, that's bad. That's exactly why I wanted to look into this room beforehand. And now I'm standing in poison. Let's disarm this. Sure, give me some guidance. That should be fine. Yeah, it is fine. Minimum roll only, but that should be okay. It's just simple toxin. And also, I could just put a vase there. And another vase or something there, and it should be okay. Yeah, that's a problem if you only have one health point. It's fine, Gurtag. Nothing happened. See, that's why I didn't go to camp first. Because I thought if I got hit by a trap, yes, I would fall down, but maybe I could be rescued.
There's a trap.
Now I'm overburdened. I mean, pretty nice what we could carry, but give me a Shadow Heart, thanks. Because there's so much more here, okay. Now we get a great sword, a great axe +1. Another quarterstaff, which is nice. Can we put that there? Thank you, Gurtag. There we go. No more toxin. Everything is fine. Didn't even know that there would be toxin here. Oh, greater healing potion. Thank you so much. We unfortunately had to use so many of those. Gloves of Heroism. When you use your Channel Oath spell, you gain Heroism. Well, that's great, because that's definitely something we can do. But that can be eaten, which is nice. By Gale. So that's probably something we make him eat. Because they're absolutely 100% useless for us. That's a helmet for Karlach, I think. Again, it doesn't help. Hey, Sholael, how are you doing? Long time no see. Hope you're doing well, buddy. This is an excerpt from the play A Pleasurable Deal, banned in no fewer than 4 cities for its lewd content. Oh. Scandalous nature led to a number of widely distributed and illicit printings. Yeah, been a while, Sholael. How are you doing? Narrator, come here, fair folk, a tale now lost to time. In grief this man well sunk to depths sublime. A gift he sought to win his lady's heart. Our Cambion smiled, for now the game did start. It was interesting that Karlach was mentioning a game, actually. Really fourth wall breaking, I love it. Enter Robert, male tiefling, crying, Carlyle, stage right, flash of smoke. Carlyle, weep not, young man, though free your wife has fled, and comfort found in comrade's arms and bed. Oh, that's sad. She licks her lips and cries his name, oh my. Well, thank you for that description there. For the guy there. And now seek you to be the apple of her eye. Robert says, how does a stranger know such things, I ask? And Karlach again, I watch you from the shadows and I see your shame and grief for nature's melody. You seek to win your lady and her bed, to have your name upon her lips instead. Yeah, that's gonna happen for sure. Survive the heat wave. Oh, that's good. Was it that hot for you guys? Ooh. I mean, it was hot enough here already, but damn. But September has been and is busy. Okay, I see. Well, I'm happy that you survived. And I hope it's better now. And it's getting better, because it should get cooler soon, I hope. You know my curse, my pain, my grief, my woe. Of you I know you seek a larger hoe. Okay. To plow fair maid and sow a seed to grow. Okay. So he wants to impregnate a lass, I guess. But lack do ye a mighty horn and mast. Oh, that's bitter. With which to guide a maid to bed and fast. Yeah, sure. I see why that might be not the play to go in older times. I know I'm overburdened, but that's fine for a second here. There's nothing else to get, I guess. We can quickly look through some of the vases. No. Vases, whatever you want to say. But good money that we've made. I like it. And now we also have a Great X +1, which is probably about the same, right? Yeah, and then the sword is way better. Good. But Gale can eat the Sword of Justice, but not the Great Axe. So it needs to be a special artifact. It can't be just a +1. Interesting. And +1 is about... It's already a magic weapon, actually, but it's a masterwork, I guess. And not as magic as the other. Warding hands when you use your... Yeah, this one can be eaten, though, right? Yes. So this one will be something we give Gale next. That is nice that we don't need that. Okay. So this is fine. We're already overburdened, so we'll give some stuff away to, I guess, Karlach for now. It's fine. Doesn't really make a difference.
Well, I'm at it.
You don't... Oh. Well, that was not smart. First, I thought you need the ores, or the ingots, rather. To... I don't know, to smith something at some point, or... whatever. Doesn't matter. But no, you don't. They are completely useless and you can just sell them. So that is nice. I like Gale to be the last one in the list. And my girls to be 2 and 3. Especially Shadowheart should be close to me because, I mean, we'll probably will pursue an interest with her. Because I like her. It was 30 degrees throughout July and August. Well, in August, well, we had... Yeah, I mean, we had a little bit more sometimes, but yeah, it's not nice. I definitely understand. I mean, there was 40 degrees in some other parts of the world and more. It's just horrible. You can't live through that. It's just... Oh. If you're lucky, you can survive through that, but only if you're lucky. So that's not great. When it's usually 30 for 2 days in July. Ouch. Yeah, that's not nice. And it's only gonna get worse in the next few years, unfortunately. So we're definitely gonna take a long rest real quick. We're gonna look down there and maybe alongside... Yeah, alongside here real quick. We're not gonna go into that cave. We'll actually skip that because now we're moving towards down here and investigate Korga. And also the village we can investigate now because we have Karlach with us. That is what I wanted after all. So let's have a quick little talk and snooze with everyone. That sounds weird. Do we need to talk to everyone? We could talk to Lae'zel. What does she say to the new girl? Oh, you can actually go up here? Doggo went there. Scratchers is so cute. I love the doggo.
Isn't it glorious? Karlach's fury is a wonder to behold.
You like her. I thought you liked no one. Okay. Well, that's nice. Thank you for the nice words, I guess. Wyll, do you say
Karlach's
anything?
all fire and fury.
Huh.
I pray to the Triad it doesn't consume her.
Yeah, we didn't have the argument since we didn't have Wyll with us, but I don't care. Wasn't that much, actually. It's just Wyll definitely instantly wants to kill her, and you have to say, no, Wyll, it's fine. She doesn't seem to be a devil, really. And then he sees it. Well, she's just a tiefling. Just, quotation marks. And that's about it. And I think something will happen soon-ish because of that.
How can I help?
Oh god, you look so bad as well. Yeah, the condition of yours, why does it require magic?
Think of it as tribute. The kind a king might pay to a more powerful neighbor to avoid invasion. As long as I pay, there will be peace. But should I ever stop, along comes a war. I can
What
assure
kind
you,
of war?
The battlefield would extend well beyond the borders of my body alone.
Yeah. Probably would. What do you make of having a vampire in our camp?
Your enterprising approach to my problem is
That's not
most
what I wanted.
encouraging.
It's just a...
But it
I
is
have
a
another
delicate
artifact for you.
process to keep my condition stable. I do not yet need to consume an item, but keep it close by. It will not be too much longer.
Yeah, I knew he would say that, so I didn't want to say that. Vampire.
We all have our burdens, one way or the other.
Okay. That's true. Thank you for that insightful conversation. Let's talk to Karlach, maybe. Oh, I take the silver spoon, because why wouldn't I? How did you end up with such a contraption in your
A
chest?
year, 10 air. The place? A sleepy little town called Baldur's Gate. Our hero, Karlach, a knock-knee delinquent from the outer city with everything to give and nothing to lose. I was a kid looking for a way to fill my days and make some cash when I fell into the wrong crowd. Worked for a guy I respected. A lot. Turns out the feeling wasn't mutual. Through the jigs and the reels, he made a deal with Zariel behind my back. You know Zariel, right? Archdevil of Avernus. She put this thing in my chest and set me to work. Well, to war. I learned quick how to stay alive. And the engine served me when it came to killing devils. 10 years of that. The stories I could tell.
She's also resistant to fire since she is a Zariel tiefling, I think. I think that's why. You mentioned a boss who gave you up to Zariel. Who was it?
Guy named Gortash. Politician. Inventor. One of these wheeler-dealer types who seems to have a finger in every pie. I guess I was naive to think everything he got up to was above board. What did I know? I saw a job. A good job. With people I liked. Doing work I was good at. Sometimes I'm jealous of that girl. Ugh, to feel so invincible again.
Now that those paladins are out of your way, what's next on your agenda?
First things first, I need to get this engine tuned up. Thing's powerful, but it's been feeling volatile ever since I left the Hells. Can't be too hard to find an infernal mechanic round here, right?
What does that engine do to you then?
Gives me energy. Power. But you've seen it in action. Very hard to control. If I'm excited at all, angry, nervous, delighted, enticed, I burn hot. Hot enough to burn anyone who gets close.
You must be pent up. I mean, I guess. Sure, you must be pent up.
I try not to think about it. I still think about it constantly, but, you know, I try. One of these days, I'll sort the whole infernal affair out, get myself cooled off, start making up for lost time. But not today.
Poor girl. Sure, we'll try our best, Karlach. That's gonna be fine, hopefully.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
Apparently nothing. Anything from Shadowheart real quick? And then we'll just rest for now.
Karlach's
It's about
temper
time.
is a sight to behold. She'll need to be careful. That rage will burn her right out.
So, I wouldn't be against having something with Karlach, but I also want something with Shadowheart, so that's not gonna go well with each other, I think. Well, I don't know. If push comes to shove, I'm definitely gonna go with Shadowheart, but we'll see. Maybe Karlach won't friendzone me this time. Last time she did, and it was kind of sad. Yes, I want to end the day because that warning is nonsense. I have enough supplies. Oh, cutscene.
One horn, the stink of Avernus.
Oh, now we get that.
Advocatus Diaboli.
Well, I'll be God's damned. The Blade of Frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you.
Karlach, the archdevil Zariel's gladiator, come to burn the Sword Coast to ash.
My outfit is so bad. That's, by the way, the Twitch drops that you can earn. Yeah, you've got it all wrong, Wyll. Karlach's not about to hurt anyone. Well, that's not true. She's not gonna hurt innocent. She's gonna hurt whoever we point the finger at, you know, but that's fine, right, Wyll? Right? I mean, that's what you're gonna do, and me, and everyone else, so that's fine.
Well, not counting the fuckers that need a good hurting.
Exactly
Shut
what I'm
it,
saying.
devil. I know your kind. A heart darker than a shadow's nightmares. You'd cut a child's throat just to taste the blood.
A devil? I didn't take the blade for a fool. I'm...
A great fire roars through you. The fire of the first hell. You
Which is
are
Avernus.
Karlach, tearing through demons across a blood-red landscape of fire and volcanic cinder. The front lines of the Blood War. With every swing of her axe, Karlach fulfills Mistress Zariel's purpose.
Proof, clear as summer sky. It's over, Karlach. It's time you feel the sting of the blade.
I've tried to tell you. I'm not what you think I am.
Another vision. Karlach's blade rays slicing through devils, Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking escape. Wyll shudders with Karlach's desperation. She is a victim of the Blood War, not an agent of it.
By Balduran's helm, No, I will not be tricked.
You saw the truth. I may be an effective soldier, but I never wanted to serve Zariel. Legged it away from her the first chance I got.
And yet you served.
I mean, if you know more about Wyll, and we will know about Wyll very soon, he's really quite hypocritical right now. But let's see that. Stand down, you saw what I saw. Karlach's not a danger.
Wyll catches his breath and his lips straighten. Sheer dread twists his face.
No! Devils cannot be trusted!
Gods, you're stubborn. Karlach's not a devil, and you know it. I mean, you've seen it.
Would you listen to sense?
Everyone
This
approves,
doesn't
even
have
Wyll.
to end badly for either of us.
That's amazing.
You know monsters better than anyone. Can't you look in my eyes and see I'm not a devil?
You don't know what this means. You don't know what you're asking me to do.
I'm asking you to live, Wyll. I don't want to hurt you. And to be frank, I'd rather not find out how the blade got his name. I swear to you, on all I am not what you think.
Shit!
There's a reason.
You really are no devil, are you? I've been deceived.
Oh, thank the gods. Thought I was gonna have to take your head.
You would have died in the attempt. But there have been enough threats today.
Truce then, eh?
Aye. Truce.
I like
see
Karlach.
the good in you, Karlach. I promise not to lose sight of it. Even when the hells burn hottest.
Yeah, but Wyll has his reasons as well. Well, let's talk to her again.
Glad Wyll saw sense. Even more glad he decided to stick around. Takes a pretty slick mover to track down old Karlach.
Okay. Yeah, glad you two made peace.
Same. Now, instead of a liability, I've got a friend. Or I will have soon, anyway.
Aw. Poor Karlach. She's so pent up. I guess she really needs a hug.
You've been witness to a pantomime, I'm sorry to say. And I've played my part all too poorly.
Lay it out plainly, Wyll.
It means that a reckoning's coming. And I'll be the one to pay up. One night soon when we make camp, the veil will be lifted, and I'll pay my penance.
Should I be worried?
You're not in any danger, I promise. I can't say the same about me.
Yeah. Poor guy. His now decision that he made not to kill her. It's not the greatest, I must say. Well then, let's just go to bed. Decisions have been made. Things have been said. We're not gonna eat the owlbear egg. That's very important. We're gonna eat anything else. That's fine. That's 80. Perfect. We'll have some eaten apples, some sausages, some lemons, some pears. Ooh, that's a lot of stuff. Ouch. Long rests are punishing on Tactician. We'll definitely have to repeat some fights, I think. At some point. Because we're not gonna make him first try. It's really brutal how much life they have. And I think they had, the paladins had more life than they should have, or than they have on balanced. Okay, that's it. Everyone's fine. No one's gonna be peeved or anything. Good. No one wants to talk. Then let's move on. We have to investigate Korga. Oh, hello, Shadowheart. What's going on?
There's something I've been wanting to share with you, if now's a good time.
For you, it's always a good time. You're voluntarily telling me about yourself? Are you feeling unwell? Is it that, Paul? Oh, that's mean. I'm all ears.
It's difficult to put into words. I think it might be easier to just show you.
We're really
Here's
moving
the
on quick
tadpole.
with her.
The connection. Come into my mind.
And that is a really big show of trust, I would say. Not everyone would let someone else into his mind. Are you sure?
I'm sure. I trust you.
That is very big from her. And quite quick, I must say. Damn. What I'm going to see.
How I came to be who I am. How I found my way to Lady Shah's embrace.
Yeah, that is gonna be interesting, guys. That's gonna be interesting.
I don't remember how it started. Only how it ended. I was fleeing. she asked my name. I can't remember what I said. I can't remember anything before those words. All I know is she saved my life and gave me a new home with Lady Shah. It hurts. That's all.
Very interesting scene. And oh, religion check failed. That is sad. Damn it. I could tell you what that religion check says, but let's keep it a secret for now. But she got hurt, and that might be. We know why that might be. Shah values secrecy, and she shared a secret. Anyway, no wonder you're so dedicated to Shah. You feel like you owe your life to her. Thank you for sharing that with me. I know it can't have been easy.
Normally I'd agree, but with you, it's getting easier by the moment.
Oh, she's so cute. I wish I could talk more about that. And I could have if I made that religion check, but we didn't, so that's fine. Okay. I can't help but feel you and I have missed a chance to connect, truly connect.
I think I know what you mean. There's an undeniable rapport, and yet we haven't made time for each other. Time alone.
Oh, Shadowheart.
Easily remedied, if you like. I know a place.
I like that. Just lead the way.
Not just yet. Let's choose our moment. Some quiet night, when the others are asleep and there's no distractions, I'll come for you.
Yay! We have a date. Sure, that's fine. Thank you. That was a very important scene about her, though. And the first thing I thought after seeing that scene was... that was a lone wolf. Wolves are pack animals. It's kind of weird. But maybe we'll learn about that more in due time.
Accident or sabotage?
Yeah, that is the question, isn't it? So we can't get through here. Can't get into that direction, which is probably going to Elturel, I guess. It's not going towards Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate the other direction. And we heard Elturel is in the other, so that's good. Both Karlach and Shadowheart can use this, and I like that Karlach has a weapon. I want it to be a heavy crossbow instead, but I like that she has the option to use a ranged weapon if she can't reach someone. I do like that, so we'll probably just split this in half. Give a few to Karlach and give a few to Shadowheart. And then you get this one. This one is not that good either. This one is better. That's fine. Okay, good, good, good. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this, thank you. Did that even work? It did. Perfect. Good. For the moment we're fine. Now, let's go and investigate Korga. The chests you find with survival are not that great, ever. I don't think there's a single chest that is really, really amazing or something. They're all just okay, which is fine. Well, and my +5 survival failed. Probably rolled a 1 again. Actually, I rolled an 11. Okay, don't know what that was. We'll never know. Sad, but that's how it goes. There was probably another thing to get out of the ground, which is okay. We're not gonna go here. Actually, what we could do is quickly sell, because we need to go to the Blighted Village after that anyway. And I could pause the recording for a second and sell here, and I think we'll do that and we'll meet back in the Blighted Village. Be right back. Okay, there we are, back from the little cut there. I just sold everything and also I bought something. Wait a second. I bought the Gloves of Missile Snaring. The question is who gets that? I could give those to Shadowheart. And give the metallic ones to Karlach. I mean, hers are looking really cool, but they don't do much, I think. Yeah, they do nothing. So these give her better strength saving throws, which is nice. While the missile snaring reduces missile damage that is incoming by 1d10 plus the dex modifier. I mean, we don't have anyone who's really good at dex. So it's fine, I guess. And Karlach gets that helmet. But please don't show it. There we are. You don't show. Yep, hide during dialogues. Perfect. We're finally getting some gear and equipment. And I do like the look of that spear, I must say. The Spear of the Absolute.
With haste.
Where did we want to go? Oh, Dammon. Unfortunately, we're still missing something to help Karlach, but we'll get that soon enough. And it's nice that Shadowheart trusts us already. That is really quick, and I'm so happy about it. I like Shadowheart.
I sensed an infernal around here. But you aren't from Elturel. What's your story?
I spent a good bit of time in the Hells. Enlisted against my will by the Archdevil Zariel. Same as you, I suppose, if you're from Elturel. The devils were delighted when your city was swallowed up. I thought they had you for keeps. Glad you got out.
I got lucky. It looks like you did too. And you brought some infernal machinery with you.
You can smell that.
A little gift from Zariel. Keeps me burning hot.
Not the perfect outfit for that, but sure.
Might be burning out a piston ring or leaking oil. Mind if I take a listen?
Be my guest. But don't get too close or your eyes will melt shut.
Phew! You really are burning up. Whoever put that engine together tried to house metallurgized Demano valves inside a Ragnak's alloy casement. Very risky. I might be able to help.
Technobabble.
I need infernal iron.
It's not Star Trek, though.
And a prayer that my hammer will survive the work. That thing isn't meant to operate outside of Ernest. I'm not sure how much longer it'll keep running the way it's going.
Will you be able to turn down the temperature a little? Worried I'm gonna go in for a handshake and singe someone's arm off one of these days.
I'd worry about surviving the night first. But help one, help both. If we can cool you off, it'll stabilize your engine and allow you to touch whomever you please.
Where should we look for some infernal iron?
I've sensed some during our travels. It has a pull to it. Absolutely magnetic, once you know what you're looking for. I can show you where I'd look.
I mean, sure. Personally, I'd like to know what it's worth. No. We keep our eyes open.
Meanwhile, I've still got plenty of weapons and armor in stock if you're looking to load up.
Yeah, that would be interesting to look at that, because we haven't looked in a while. We could get a bow for Karlach as well. I don't think I want that, though. I just think a crossbow makes more sense for her, and there is one. So I'm gonna get it. Every time one character levels up, they refresh their inventory, so... there is actually an quote-unquote exploit, quote-unquote, but if it's really one, it's debatable. You could just stop leveling, don't level, go to a trader of your choice, and then level one character, look at the inventory, level another character, look at the inventory, and you might find something special there when they refresh their inventory, or at least have more to sell. more money to get from them. Well, I'm gonna turn in your leather gloves, Karlach. I hope you're fine with that. Not that you have much choice in the matter, but you know, because they're mine now. That's how it works. When you join the troop, you give up your possessions to me. But yeah, some money, but it's fine. We'll get that money back soon enough. We'll have a lot to sell later. Okay, so that is what I wanted to do. Now let's get back to the Blighted Village.
Flowers, leaves, grass.
I was raised in the city.
Can't beat it.
I'm more used to feeling cobblestones underfoot than grass and fallen
And she was raised in the city too.
Before I
And
went
she
to
actually,
Avernus, I'd have agreed
you know, the
with
thing is, she
Nothing
remembers
quite
it,
like
she doesn't.
Baldur's Gate, is there?
Okay, and this is Karlach's now. That is definitely a better one. Come on. Don't know why that takes more than one try. I'll keep that for now. And this is a better one. She can actually wear those, which is great. 3 to 12 damage should be handy. That's definitely an increase in damage.
Despite everything.
Now, oh, there's a moss-covered chest here, and also some fish. Ooh, a haste helmet. Smooth start at the start of combat. The wearer gains momentum for 3 turns. That's extra movement speed, isn't it? Can be absorbed. Yes, that is. Remove when restraining incapacitated or prone. Okay. I'll give it. And let's see who'll wear that. I could wear that. Do I need the movement speed though? Karlach does. I mean, fine, and she doesn't have the constitution saving throws. This might be better. How do you look? Yeah, you don't look good with that. I'm sorry, Karlach. Okay. But it might be better for her to have the momentum, I think, to reach the enemy quicker and better. Nice. Some nice fish that is laying here for a while and it's probably warm and things, so definitely good to eat, 100%. 100%. We're gonna go up there in a second. Well, that might be a hard fight there. Can't reach it. No. Don't like when that happens, but yeah, let's do this fight. If that will be one. Rescue the gnome. There's a gnome there.
Look what
that windmill.
we got here. Another little birdie wanting to fly.
You know I'm still taller than you. Oh, I'm a Bacchus. Poor Bacchus.
Flap those wings some more, and I'll feed you a worm. And you. Hope you got a stomach for heights.
So, the better thing would be to murder them in terms of experience, but if I don't have to... What the hells are you doing?
What's it bloody look like? We're teaching this here pipsqueak to fly.
Let me... No, Release that gnome at once.
You want this little cave lurking what's it?
Yes.
Find your own. He's ours!
As the symbol glows, power courses through you.
We just had a long rest. We could use it. We could also try to detect thoughts. Fine, let's try detect thoughts again. It's gonna go wrong, but you know. Give me some guidance, please. I'm not gonna use this level 2 spell slot. We don't have many of those. Could be good. Oh, it is good. Well, very nice. Thank you. Damn it, I always forget to look.
I ain't got much stomach for a fight. Better just put on a show and scare this one off.
Well, good to know. You don't have the stomach for a fight.
The goblin's nostrils flare, as if trying to judge you through smell alone.
We're leaving. What about the gnome? Ain't we supposed to bring him to... I said we're leaving! There's plenty of sport and rich pickings out there for us.
Oh, that's why I love my troop, because they all love what I'm doing. It's so good.
Yes.
Okay. I wish I could pick them off one by one, but they're all disappearing. Yeah, unfortunately all disappearing. Maybe got some XP for it. Probably would have gotten a bit more if we actually killed them. Oh, and what I also need is this. And I'm also gonna do that with her. I mean, she can do it. So she will. Come on. Aw. Come on. There you go. Good, now we are back and fresh. Now, we could be nice and get him off of this contraption. We could also be quite mean and do the opposite. Oh, I didn't? I think I didn't check the hatch last time. Is there something here? Oh.
Shadowheart's attention is fixed on a damaged old statue.
Isn't that Selune? Hmm. And you were punished. Why is that?
We should keep moving.
I think she remembered something. Why is it happening? Why does it keep happening? Maybe know why.
You already know as much as I do. Best ignore it. As long as it doesn't hamper us too much.
She's a little scratchy again, but that's because you actually shouldn't have so much approval with her by now. I mean, she almost loves us. It's like Gale, look at that. Gale is just perfectly fine with us, with everything we do. And Karlach's getting there now. So that's nice.
If not over, then through.
Let's help the poor gnome. But you don't have to help the poor gnome, you know. There is a brake lever. But there's also a release brake lever. So what you can actually do is just let it get faster and he flings off at some point. And you literally make him fly. Unfortunately, that would mean he doesn't survive. I saw that in a different in a stream. Let's Play, whatever it is. And yeah, it's not nice. We'll break. We're a folk hero. We help people. You know, that's what we do. Now, it doesn't say how much inspiration we have. Because I think we get another folk hero thing now. Don't have anything with Karlach yet, but that will come. And we can have a maximum of 4 inspiration. That shouldn't be true, though, if my mods are working, and I hope they do. I started it through the launcher again. So that should hopefully work. We should have uncapped inspiration. I hope we do. Otherwise, I'm kind of sad. We could go up first. We'll need a second anyway. We need to go through the wooden hatch, though. I think maybe it wasn't there last time? I doubt it. That doesn't make any sense, but I missed it for sure. Scimitar, spear. Okay, they had the little den here, apparently. Ooh, rothy ribs. Nom 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 nom. And some fires will... I mean, the more we can get, the better. Because at some point we might run out, and that's going to be really punishing and bad. Because if you don't have enough supplies, you only get half your slots back. And I think half your health or something nonsensical. It's really, really bad. Which makes sense, you're starving. But I hope we never get into that situation. Talk to him.
Cut me loose!
Sure?
Bagakabara? Those pustulant thugs! Well, get on with it.
You know, one thing I wish they would have done. This is obviously coming from Divinity Original Sin. This is how they made it, you know, same engine. But I wish they would have changed one thing, especially for multiplayer, but also just normally. If you're in a conversation, you should be able to answer with the person you want to. And that means that if you have to do a check, that person would do the check, you know? So I'm talking now with the main guy. It should always default to the main character if you're single player, I think. And in multiplayer, I don't know. Maybe random, maybe it's just the person who talks first, or random if it's or closest if it's if you didn't initiate. But I think you should be able to every time you can say something or you have to do a check, you should be able to switch character and answer with them. I can switch character, but I don't necessarily answer with them. No, I can't even. Yeah, look at that. They're not in the talk. I am in the talk. So I wish you could do that. You could say, well, I want to say that, but with that person, because there is a check then, and then I have to do the check. You know, if it is or maybe not even answering, but just the checks, you know. Say, I want to do this check, but I want to do it with this person because they're better at it or something. That would be so good. Because that would make your party matter so much more, and their professions and skills matter so much more. And why, if I'm talking with someone, and Asterion is the charmy boy with a lot of charisma, probably not Asterion, someone else, like Wyll. Wyll is the charmer because he has charisma natively, because he's a warlock. And he just, you know, takes over for a sec, and takes over the talks. That would be, it's not unheard of in a dialogue when you're talking to someone that someone else barges in and takes over the conversation at that point. So I'd love that. That would be so much better because it would make your party matter more, in my opinion. But, you know. I mean, get on with what?
I'm a deep gnome, you're a grey dwarf. You helped me. Now you plan to enslave me.
Oh, buddy, I'm not like that. That's not what I want.
What then? Torture? Blood sport? Or perhaps just a good old-fashioned walloping?
You know, if you're crying out that much, then the wallop would be great. But no. I'd rather know how you got caught.
My own fault, really. I should have dropped my pack and outrun those bastards. Alas. Take my pack, if you can find it. The only reason those goblins caught me was its weight. I'll travel lightly from now on.
You're a little far from home for a deep gnome.
Ignorance is alive and well, it seems. Deep gnomes aren't restricted to the Underdark, you know. I've lived in Baldur's Gate for years. I'm in search of a friend. I fear he's in trouble. See this? I gave it to him years ago before I left home. I found it around the neck of a thug in the lower city. It was speckled with blood. My friend, nowhere to be found. But I still have hope. I have reason to believe he's in the Underdark. Hopefully, I'll pick up his trail from there. I always help my friends. On that note, I bid thee farewell. If we should meet again, well, we will have met again.
I love Barkus. He's such a cool character. I don't know. He's a little... Most unfortunate, no. He's a little, at the moment, a little... Would you call it reserved? Maybe a little grumpy to us right now. But damn, he's such a good friend. He really says what... or he really does what he says, rather. He does everything for his friends. And he's just a cool guy. Okay, I must be off to prep for work. I hope you had fun, and I hope I see you soon again, Sholail. And hopefully it gets a little colder soon. Have a nice day at work. And I hope I see you soon. Nice of you to stop by, of course. Don't forget. Don't want to forget that. Anything here we can do? No. Okay. I mean, we were there, so. The hedge. Don't forget the hedge, Gary. You poopy head. Was I in here? If there's... No, that was another mill. No, I totally forgot this one. I must have forgotten completely. Since we have it. I mean, why not? Just make this a little bit clearer, everything.
All's well that
I love the dancing lights, they're so nice.
Bad as it could have.
And I love that our character actually says something. For some reason... maybe it was the case. That's not Barco's backpack, by the way. Smoke powder satchel. Yeah, you need to be careful. You need to ignite those. Automatically crits on walls. That's nice. Speedy light feed. When the wearer dashes or takes a similar action during... No, I found those. Weird. Okay. Gives them lightning. And lightning is good for spellcasters, so it's not good for Karlach. We can look at that. Lightning charges. Lightning courses through you. You have +1 to attack rolls and deal an additional 1 lightning damage. I mean, it gives athletics, so that's not great for Gale. Could be good for Shadowheart, actually. Not that she dashes much. But she might, because she's not that fast. So let's give that to her for now. Take her leather boots. Okay. Well, wasn't much in here, but we got these nice little boots. That's pretty good. I still think I missed that last time, weirdly.
Through the forest to invigorate the spirit.
Oh, you're back again
I was just
to
thinking the
have
same
to
thing,
eat.
but less poetically.
He has to eat again.
Worsening again. I need to consume some powerful magic or it may become volatile.
Sure. Enjoy. Luckily, we have some stuff. We technically don't need that locket, but I think... Oh, wait. I have this. Yeah, that needs to go to Karlach. For sure. The gloves of heroism go away now, I think. And maybe then the Watcher's Guide. We'll see. Gloves of heroism I don't need at all. So that's definitely a thing. Karlach also has the sword and the helm. No, the helm is actually better. Enjoy.
Thank you.
How was the Baldur's Gate adventure going? Actually, okay. We almost died in one of the fights against the paladins that threatened Karlach. But otherwise, pretty good.
It is a strange experience. Each time anew. Like a lost soul is spelunking through the darkness that is me, only to be sacrificed on the dread altar of the heart. But this doesn't feel quite right. It never feels right, but it relieves. This doesn't relieve. Oh.
Bad timing, buddy. What's happening? So I wanted to say something. Oh yeah, the mimic of the characters is really good most of the time. I really like that. They really did a good job with this. What's happening, Gale?
The magic isn't having the effect it should have. It's not like the last time, like a rainstorm that quells a forest fire. It merely drizzles. The embers still sizzle. The fire remains undefeated. I'm not certain what's going on, but nothing good. Please, I need to think. I need to retrace my steps to a glade of calm and think. Thank you for the artifact. A great deal of trouble it was too. A great deal of trouble indeed.
Okay, Gale. Worrying.
Best be on my way.
Let's hope we get that under control. But yeah, so far it's really nice. I have my group. I don't want to go down the well. There's a gobbo that will definitely gonna murder. What else do we need to do? We went through here. There is more in this village, so let's continue to look around. Let's kill that little doggo. Gobbo. And also, there should be... Missing poster. Shouldn't there be... something here? I thought the backpack should surely be here. Oh.
Game for surface children.
Let's just kill him.
What do we have here?
I mean, we could talk to him first.
If you want to keep your insides on the inside, don't cause any trouble.
Yeah, Gortok has no problem killing these guys.
I just want to...
Knock knock. I don't care if you don't like me, buddy. We have Tyr's protection, and also this is now all jumbled up again because we switched stuff around. So let's put that here instead. Okay, that's better. She also has the brace now here. She doesn't have the brace here anymore. That was the X. Tyr's protection we need to use actually on Gale for the next fight if possible. Yeah, that's easy. Dead. Okay. She only had to hold her sword next to him and he just exploded. Which is very nice. Walkfang and some stuff to sell. Good, good, good. Let's read this real quick. People of the Sword Coast, look around you. What do you see? Collection of gods-fearing humans, elves, and dwarves, or an infernal corruption of that divine image. Tieflings wearing their devilish heritage for all to see walk among us as if they didn't owe their existence and allegiance to the lords below. These hells touch peoples, have infiltrated our cities, our organization, even our families. Yeah, there is always a great deal of racism against tieflings. Even though they're another species, but you know. Xenophobia. Let's call it that, because that's more accurate. They can claim to be good all they wish. Would you believe the tiger who looks at you with dripping fangs if he said he ate nothing but vegetables? No, we can see their true nature plain as day. No, they're not that bad, buddy. It's the devils that are bad, not the tieflings. Tieflings are fine. Probably some bad apples there as well, but you know, that's in every species around. But they are not the only evil infiltrating our world. All around I see drow, duergar, and other creatures of the Underdark strive for acceptance. But why should you accept them when their brothers raid our countryside and steal our children? Obviously, I'm not saying they should be cast out. Obviously, I'm not saying we should return these delinquents to the Underdark and drive the tieflings back to the hells they came from. But be wary of these people, my friends. Be suspicious when you see them, and especially suspicious when you do not. Yeah. I mean, at least he's that person was not trying to get a mob to cast them back. An excerpt from The True and Impossible Adventures of Tenebrooks Morrow. A pulp serial following the real-life exploits of an interplanar ship captain, planar ship's captain. The real Captain Morrow is known never to have left her native Waterdeep and emerges from her rooms at the yawning portal only to exchange scrolled manuscripts for fresh meals and ink. I mean, that's fine. His red dragon thus dispatched the knight had no choice but to leap for my ship, crashing to the new bride's deck even as his mount was swallowed by the eerie gloom of the astral plane's shifting tides. I do like these little explanations, by the way. That just put the text more into context. Faithful Gnolls was upon him instantaneously, clawing and biting, alas in vain, astral projection, thwarts even the fury of a tabaxi, cabin boy, and the treacherous Githyanki only laughed as Gnolls' formless blows passed harmlessly through him. The knight's silver sword came about in an arc that missed Gnolls entirely, but neatly clipped the spiritual cord. anchoring the Tabaxi stalwart soul to the plain. I mourned as my faithful feline companion faded from existence, but did not hesitate. The Githyanki only smirked lazily at my charge, anticipating the futile efforts of another bound by the laws of this plane. But that is not, and has never been, Captain Tenebrook's morrow. Unlike poor Gnolls, I had entered this plane in my full-fleshed form, a fact I demonstrated by thumping the warrior solidly between the legs. Good one. He tumbled over the new bride's rail and down into the mists, even as a fresh horde of dragons rose from the distant dead citadel of Tunarath. Interesting. Interesting book. And yeah, Githyanki are quite annoying and very arrogant. I'm not a fan, unfortunately. Going. They're quite annoying. And I mean, Lizelle...
Maggie Terrans, Marcus Terrans, Mathan Deach, Rochelle Kirk.
Well, that is not nice. So their children were really stolen. And we'll meet a few Githyanki as well here. And that's gonna be great. And also not great.
Looks empty.
So, Lizelle is the same, 100%, until she finally warms up a bit to us. But damn, that takes effort. And before that, I mean, she literally said, we are but a worm in front of a dragon, you know? To her. So arrogant. The Wonders of Phendelin. In this year 950 DR, there can hardly be a more prosperous and fortunate town than Phendelin. Phendelver's Pact has brought prosperity to this land, splitting the wonders of Wave Echo Cave between gnomes and dwarves. The town now boasts thriving communities of both peoples living and working together in harmony. We have also tempted human spellweavers from all across the north to our town, who are happy to work side by side with the allies of Phendelver's Pact. Mayor Alderleaf invites you to come and witness this miracle yourself. See the powers being uncovered in the Forge of Spells and the prosperity this power brings. I dare say Neverwinter will soon have a new rival for the title of Jewel of the North. Okay, sure, if you say so. Neverwinter was always a game I wanted to play. At the time, my PC couldn't handle it. Which is kinda sad if you think about it now. Household Prayer again. It's literally the same, so let's get rid of it. Ooh, a drinking horn. Taking that, thank you. Oh, I like a drinking horn. I don't know why, I just like it. It seems so... maybe so exotic that it's kind of fun. Although I'm not drinking mead anymore. I did for a while, you know. Something different than beer or something. And I wasn't ever a heavy drinker in any way whatsoever. Or a... well, heavy drinker sounds like alcoholic, but... a drinker. You know, drinking beer or drinking anything alcoholic is not really my thing. Was never. But, you know, in university you do some stuff. And I drank some mead. Which was fine. Mead is nice. If it's a good one. Actually, one of my... what's the word in English? Kommilitonen in German, so... students, other students, you know, friends. She actually, her mother made mead. And she brought me a bottle once or twice, and damn, they were good. Oh, they were really good. And they were different, not just normal mead. It was sometimes like cherry mead or something. It was kind of interesting to have these different flavors. The ledger is filled with cultivation instructions for a range of medicinal plants. One entry is underlined. Deliver specially requested plants to the cellar. Keep away from prying eyes.
It says there's a cellar here somewhere.
The cellar. So it's probably there.
I don't see one.
Shadowheart, are you really looking, my girl? Could you instead be looking? There's more mugworts. Definitely take all the plants you can get because they are limited. There is not an infinite amount of herbs and all the things around. You can't farm these, you know. If you've used all your potions, they're probably gone. There aren't even a lot of potion sellers in the game. I think, if I remember correctly, there are 2. Maybe 3? Well, potions and herbs, you know. Maybe 1 per act, but I don't think so. I don't think we have one in this act. Well, we kinda do. But do we have one in Act 2? I don't remember if we had one. I don't think so. You may have an alchemist, but that depends on how you decide things. Yeah, let's go down to the cellar. Oh, there was an ogre there. Did you see that? Ooh. Got potions of healing, which is nice. And I think we've gotten close to something I wanted to be at. Cool stuff. There's a lot of resources here. I like it. And therefore, you need to be careful. I'll definitely take the Valley with a Brook. Last time, my last playthrough, I actually gathered them. All the pictures that I could find and just put them in camp. And the thing was, I wanted my character to be an... after this adventure, if they survive, I wanted them to be a art seller, you know. Maybe make a museum or something of art. Just because, you know, you need a goal. After all of this. And maybe something different than nature all the time. Oh, that's not what I wanted, but it's fine. I don't know, it cracked me up a bit. Oh, Reefmoss. First time that we got that. Belladonna, nice. Solana Belladonna it is, I think. I don't know the name in English then, the trivial name. But obviously that is the official, the biologic name. Taxonomy name. Potion of poison resistance, that's nice. Healer's log, suspicious poison. Potion of healing recipe. Let's read that real quick. Maybe we find a new one. Someone has filled the rest of the page with repetitions of why is it always healing potions, this goddamn primitive village, and the occasion someday I'll kill that Mongol of a master. Luckily the recipe itself is still most legible. We need... No, we knew this. Blah blah blah. When endowed with alchemy, just recall the rules of 3. Thrice the same ingredient forms an extra excellent. Yeah. Poison. That's not really nice. Patient Samson. Oh, we heard about Samson, the blacksmith. Melody Gout. Oh, that's not nice. Common Samsons become accustomed to the good life since he acquired that new apprentice. I gave him a tincture of autumn crocus and told him to avoid red meat and ale. Patient Brandley. Occupation Cooper. Melody, large wood splinter in hand. Common splinter removed, wound cleaned, doused in balsam, ointment, and bandage. Patient Timmick, occupation none, his child. Melody swallowed bottle cork. Oh, that's a child thing to do. Commons, no hardness or blockage in stomach. The cork should pass without causing harm. I gave the lad a stern warning. Patient Dida, or Dida? I think Dida. Occupation apprentice blacksmith. Melody, oh, that's the person that enables us to make a masterwork weapon. Minor burns to the face and hands. Commons another burn for Samson's eager young apprentice. The usual treatment was applied, but I urged her to slow her pace at work before she inflicts real harm on herself. Well, at least it hopefully wasn't the old blacksmith that punished her or something. That would be real ass. Perception failed. Could someone please make that check, guys? Thank you. There it is. That tiger missed beforehand. Thank you. So there is a door. Made with duster. Maybe we'll sell these this time. It's good money. And at the moment we still need money a lot, and I don't want to sell magic items at all. I'd rather, even if I don't need them, I'll put them into camp. Because if I have to switch people around, they might need them. And then I sell all the paintings. Unfortunately, we will not be a seller of paintings afterward. An art connoisseur. After our adventure, if we survive. That is also a big if. It's interesting that we are emitting light with our eyes. It's probably more our visual cone, but that it's very dark for you know, the player is kind of weird. Well, hello there. Why are there coffins around? Smoldering caskets. Haste for Arzuth and other gods. Please, someone make that survival. Nope. No survival checks for me. Arzuth, the god of wizards, all who spend their whole lives learning, he grants their spell both big and small, for Mistra always yearning. Bane the tyrant, the black hand, makes sure the strong do rule. He spreads his darkness through the land, praised by the harsh and cruel. Bishaba will bring forth your doom, unless you chant her prayer. Split from Timora in the womb, she brings bad luck to spare? Or to spare her? I don't know. It doesn't rhyme with prayer. It's really annoying. And sad. A shovel and a pickaxe. Sure, I'll take those. I mean, that's money at the very least. Well, these caskets are kinda... I mean... I do know what's happening here.
Direct me.
Okay, that's not good. Ah, damn it. So we can't let them... Damn it. I hope when I destroy it, that would work. And they couldn't do anything, but apparently they do. This is once per long rest, so I'm not going to use it against him. Although... he'd probably be fine. If you open them, one of those guys comes out as well. I wish I had 2 hits. I have the pommel strike. That's only a short rest. If I could hit for shite.
Need to act fast.
Burn him. Yeah, it never works. I mean, it did work for us a few times. It is true. We can't let him go to another, because then he will free more of his kind. Which is not great, as you might guess. Let's just keep you here, buddy. Oh, come on.
They burn.
Yes, burn him. Michael Burnham. No? You really don't want to? You really want to make this fight harder than it needs to be, eh? God damn it, could you please leave him alone? What? And I also need to speak the thing to him. Oh, come on, you stupid thing. Kill him. Thank you. Okay, if you open one of these caskets, the same happens. One of those guys comes out. So it doesn't apparently matter to destroy it or not. I do want that. I do want to kill more, but this was harsh. That was just one of them, by the way. I just need to tell you that again and again, it was one of them. Who just almost killed our mage for no reason at all. While we were 4 people trying to kill that guy. That's my luck with my rolls here. Should I open more and kill them all? It's risky. Oh, the one thing that happens though is if you do this, then they don't surprise you. I think they would surprise you if you don't. That's better. Why would you go there? I mean, if I don't want the loot, I could just push him into the chasm. It's very easy for her. But I don't think I want that. I want the loot. Need money. Maybe I should push him. Bye-bye. It's XP in the at the very least. I love that, by the way. I love the push. It's so cool. Let's go a little bit closer, just in case. And let's hope he doesn't roll good. No one in there? I didn't know that there were empty ones. 100% disadvantage. Let's punch him in the face. I'm not gonna transform for this. Oh, that was nice. Could I do that more often, please? How did I do 18 damage again? Oh, he's vulnerable against bludgeoning, so I do double damage. Yeah, that makes sense. It's a skeleton, of course he is. That's why this sword is not great against him. And I still didn't give our wizard the thing. No, wizard, get the thing.
Better find somewhere to camp soon.
We're not that exhausted. Everything is fine. Stop whining. He got Tear's protection now. Is he? He's still the lowest. Sad. I want Karlach to be the lowest because she can take it when she rages. She can take the attack.
Magic touch.
No one else really can, but she can. Because she only gets half damage. And she is a constitution character, so that's gonna be great. I don't like the 5. Stop it! But that was his... Nope, he rolled a 3. He still rolled a 13? With a 3? Oh, difficulty Tactician +2. Oh, that's nice. So, they even hit easier. Great. And of course they do. They always do. Why does that not double damage? I still have the bludgeoning, so please hit. Oh, that was a nice one.
What's this?
Karlach, my sweetheart. She's just a really cool character, I mean. I'm not sure if I'm gonna wind up with her in the end, or Gortak winds up with her in the end. I mean, of course. But she's a cool character. Oh my god, we're going over hard. Damn it, I'm sorry, guys. But we'll finish this for now. Go a little bit over, it's fine. Hello. Oh, you look different. A 6, really? Please don't hit. Oh, of course he hits. Yeah, with an 11, and he gets another one out. That's weird. Colossus Slayer? How is Gale a Colossus? And game? Hello. Okay, there's no one in there. Oh, that's good. How, please, is Gale a Colossus? Damn it, I can't reach. That sucks. I mean, I can reach. I bet the game is just... Poop it.
Time to press ahead.
Because I'm right next to him. 100%, yeah. Very nice, good. We know there's nothing in there, but Gale is a little bit hurt. Got a few drinks. Drink.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
11. Out of the blue. Because of Colossus Slayers. Such nonsense. That guy was medium, as was I. Oh, wow. Minimum roll. Oh, there is someone in there. How could he not get that out of there? That's weird. And also, you're undead. Why are you not burning? That was a crit at least. Nice.
Strike hard,
It should be
strike
fine.
fast.
I mean, I have turn undead. I could use that as well, but no. Just make sure that this thing is not getting someone out of the coffin.
Gods, it's hot.
Or just
here.
don't, because that's way more fun, isn't it? Okay. I just want the XP. I don't really need it. Not really. Because we'll get so much XP, we'll definitely reach max level. But I want it. And this is the easy way. Fighting them all would mean long rest for sure. The 3 is nice. Okay, you know what? Let's blind the guy. Haha. Enjoy. Oh, now we get extra advantage. Yeah, that's strong in the beginning. Color spray later is complete shite. Wow, with blinded and... He's not blinded anymore. Also Colossus Slayer, which is nonsense. I want to read that. I want to reach Colossus Slayer here.
Still breathing.
Because that's not
Despite
nice.
everything.
Nope, I can reach. No, I cannot. That's kinda shite. Color standing in the way. Can't even throw anything. Well, I could. Just don't hit one of my party. Don't hit one of my party, please. Fine. Well, better than nothing. Should be dead now. Even if I miss. Good. And I think that was it.
Time to take a load off, isn't it?
Another step forward.
It's fine. I don't know when that happens. Oh, ooh, that is a good thing. Okay, Gale, learn it. Find familiar cheeky quasit. That's what we want and need. Gale, get rid of something. Let's get rid of Thunderwave for now and get the quasit instead. Because that will be funny. I'm gonna do that now. I think.
Oh, shit-pilling toe rag! Never summon shovel, never feed shovel, now call shovel!
You recognize the tiny fiend, a quasit. Wicked creatures, often used as familiars.
Wait, you're not Illy?
It's so much more like a Tressym. I think it's a Tressym for Gale, but unfortunately, we'll have to make do with Shovel. But Shovel is fun. Illy?
My master. Tall, skinny, prick with ears. So, you're Shovel's master now. Fine.
Fine. Your name is Shovel?
Master Illy calls me Shovel. Don't like it? Change it.
What would you like to be called? Oh, another utensil fork. Does basket sound good? What would you like to be called? Shovel's almost cute with those eyes? Yeah, isn't he?
Don't care.
Well, then you're fork now.
Ugh. Forks. Make the feast slow. Less tearing, less blood. But fine. I am fork. So, what first, master? Gutting Protecting locals, raising the dead, making them walk, making them scream?
No, that's not gonna happen.
Oh, you don't like cutting, spilling, tearing, boring. Wait, are you horny? For the book, Illy never shuts up. Book this, book that. Blah.
What book?
Oh, Master should go see. Talk to the mirror, and remember, balsam, good for burns.
Yeah, that's a nice hint there, buddy.
What to do?
Now, for this, disguising could help. I may want to do that.
If not over, then through.
Because as he said, his master was tall and skinny, with long ears, so that is probably an elf. Or an half-elf. I'm not a half-elf. We can disguise self with Shadowheart, and she could talk to the mirror. But... do I care? Yeah, I probably do. Huh? Let's try this way. It's fine.
Speak your name.
Tyndall Hammerfall. What? My name is Gorjak.
I do not know this name. If you are known to my master, step forward and declare yourself an ally.
Sure, I'm an ally.
Only a true ally of Ilintoth may pass. What think you of the Zolkir known as Zastan?
We have no idea. Foul and wretched creature, probably, I guess.
You are no Zolkir. But are you wise? Tell me, why might one use balsam ointment?
Well, thank you, Mr. Quasit. Balsam to clean a wound? Wait.
Acceptable. Finally.
Okay, it's clean a wound.
If you could see anything
Not birds?
What would it be?
My enemy suffering? The ones I love? It reminds me of the one from Shrek. I mean, this sounds more like Harry Potter, you know, but sure. I don't know Shrek anymore. I have watched a few of them. Didn't even watch all of the movies. Just a few, I think. I definitely watched the first one and I think the second one, but that's, oh god, 15 years ago or so? Maybe more. Probably more. 20 years. Damn, I'm old. I don't know. I don't want to see my enemy suffering, but sure.
Pathetic. A poor choice. You will be purged.
Well, that's bad. Roasting time, eh?
Down the hatch.
Come on, kill it. I can't get it. She doesn't do enough damage. Well, that's kind of bad. Yeah, I can't even get through. God damn it. I'm gonna have to try again. You can just break through the mirror if you have someone who can actually do damage to it. I think I need a hammer for that, and I don't have a hammer. So, I'm just gonna do the thing again. This time I'm gonna see the ones I love, I guess. Say it. It's probably also wrong, but I'm just gonna reload because whatever.
Have to keep going.
Such a stupid little puzzle there. My name. Yep, I'm an ally. He is an ass. Clean a wound. My loved ones. I knew it. I knew it. I just wanted to try it. I want spells and power, of course. I would have failed anyway, because the first thing I wanted to say is the ones I love, even though I knew it was wrong. But I didn't remember what was the right one, so it's fine.
Very well.
I don't think it matters. I just want to get through. And if I could, I would smash the mirror. I would have smashed it, and I wouldn't have cared for the purging. But since I can't, it's just nonsense. Yep, yeah. Clean wound. A spell that rids me of the worm in my head. The grin.
Be welcome.
Thanks. I'd smash you if I could. Unfortunately, no one is strong enough. Maybe I could have done it with my shillelagh, because it's magic. It's a magic weapon then. But she has a magic weapon as well. Yeah, she needs a hammer. If she has a hammer, she gets through anything. Through walls and anything that you can actually destroy, so. Sorry for the reloading. I know it's lame, but, you know. It's just a little thing on the side. It doesn't matter. It's not an important one. And I still don't like to miss it. Because this is actually what I was thinking before. The book is filled with pages and pages of observations tracking travelers and people. Okay, final pages, soldiers. Smoke on the horizon. A raid. Townsfolk has been taken, so he tried to survive down here, I guess. But apparently they got him as well. You turn page after page filled with strange alchemical sketches and formulae. Some are written plainly, some in runes and scripts you barely recognize. There are guides to transmutating metals and recipes for weapons of war, but more than anything else, the book is concerned with reanimating dead flesh. Huh. Well, you don't say. We just had a little run-in with some corpses. Oh, well, with actually not corpses. Basilic's oil is nice. You can make someone come back from being petrified. But we had some run-ins with some skeletons. Oh, look at that. Oh, God. That's a weird trap. A trap that turns on the lights. Sure, I'm gonna disarm that because... Weird that that just turns on the lights. I still forgot to... You know what? I'm just gonna do this. Not to do it. 15. Not even that bad, but to finally... Why are my dice not in here? I have 2 modded dice and they're not in here for some reason. Somehow it didn't work. The mod didn't take. And I fear that this mod didn't take either. Don't know why though. The other mod did take. The one that just skips the press any key in the menu. That one works. Don't know why the others wouldn't work. Raised dead, failed, gone too long, body decomposed, reanimation failed, came back as ghoul, had to kill again. Speak with dead, failed, answers unhelpful. Clone, failed, needs living tissue. Reanimation plus clone, failed, had to kill both ghouls. Resurrection, failed, why? Magical curse. True resurrection, I have reached the limit of my skills and resources. The book offers help, dare I accept. And it probably means that book back there. The Evil Eye. Fringe Philosophy. Well, we're in a layer of a necromancer, obviously. It's not even that bad looking. Ooh, that? Ooh, I want Shocking Grasp. Okay, maybe we don't have to get rid of Mage Hand because I heard you can just learn this. Oh, that is so good. These are both cantrips and I'm gonna learn them now. And now I got extra cantrips. That is so useful and I love Shocking Grasp. That is one of the best cantrips, I think, because it's a melee cantrip. And you need a range and you need a melee and you're good. And if you have a nice spread of different effects, it's really nice. Like, sometimes you need ice, sometimes you need fire. But Shocking Grasp is really good and has advantage against people with metal armor, which is usually someone who is in your face as a mage. I love that cantrip. I'm so happy that we just found it. Now I don't have to learn it. which is really good. And now I don't care about the mage hand anymore, because why? That is really, really nice. I just, if I would, let's just say I would re-roll my character, would that be gone? Would I lose everything I learned from scrolls? I don't think so, right? That would be unfair. Because A, you paid money for it, and B, you paid a scroll for it. So it's literally double cost. Oh, we come back out here. That's nice. And the rusted key probably gets me into where the book is. So I don't think you would lose the stuff you learned from scrolls. Is that correct? Also, I hope the integration works for you, Silent Assassin. Just if you care. Looking at the characters, know that we have Karlach as well. It's really great. Oh, Karlach, I missed you so much. She's just best girl, for sure. Still, I think Shadowheart would be more to more a thing date-wise for a dwarf. But you know, maybe Karlach is an option. The publisher's note claims this volume promotes magical theory, too radical for the mainstream. This excerpt is attributed to High Artificer Thora Bryn of Baldur's Gate. I suppose they seek to silence me, believing that an artificer of the... Oh, I need to end it. Artificer of the High House would not stoop to publish in any volume outside of the great Gondian journals they so diligently guard, but they forget that I am not so grand. Before I lend my name and my knowledge to the High House of Wonders and all that the marvels therein, I was naughty but a lazy farm girl. I was naught but a lazy farm girl. I was naughty. Who liked to look up. And that was how I first saw them. The slow and serene earth modes, entire mountains migrating through the sky above. It was later I learned of their origins, of the ancient Netherese empire that fashioned them, of the residual magic so potent it sustained them still. The wizards of Netheril carved marvels out of the mundane, lifted the earth aloft for industry, for sport. It was later still, after I earned my place at the High House, that I learned of the long, shadowed Netheril cast along the evolution of our craft. That their great flying cities fell in folly, and flames does not diminish the wonders they wrought, and this stubborn aversion to studying them, to learning what they learned, is the very antithesis of Gon's teachings. Yeah, I still think you should study something like that, you know? Just because someone was dumb enough to destroy it. And we'll learn why it was destroyed, why the Netherese Empire fell. It worked all good? Perfect. Thank you for the update. Yes, many of the catastrophes inflicted upon the centuries were fruit born of meddling with Netherese seed. Yes, their last shining bastion fell into shadow, their lore twisted to Shah's dark and destructive designs. And yes, I say again, whether the High House will sanction it or not, to study the very flame of creation is worth it, even should the fires consume us. I mean, I don't disagree. Maybe, you know, you could try not to go too far and get consumed, but, you know, it's your prerogative, as long as you don't get someone else in it as well. That should be fine. Oh, baby, is it there? Yes. That's the braces of defense. Okay. Well, this is now the moment. You already read that. This is now the moment where we can make Gale better by giving him normal, just normal cloth armor. Because if he doesn't wear armor right now, he gets a +2 bonus to armor class. And he can't hold a shield as well. But this is armor, so... Don't we have anything at the moment? Oh, that's annoying. Well, these are still better than Nettie's gloves. It's Nettie's, right? Yeah. Just gonna sell those. Let's give that to her. Ray of Sickness. I hate the Witch Bolt. But yeah, as soon as we find some cloth armor for him, that hopefully has an effect as well, we'll make use of these. And then he'll be... I mean, he does get his dexterity. Ah, he has a Shield of Faith right now, so... will he be at 13 only? That would be bad, but he'll keep these for now. If he'd be at 14 as well, it's the same, so it would be fine. Maybe we find him some better armor later, but, you know, for the moment. I do like the Braces of Defense. They're quite useful, because he can have some good armor later. And hats and stuff, and all the things that are not considered armor, really. And, that are just wizard's clothes. And can make use of the bracers then. Although he'll never be over 14, so maybe we'll switch that at some point for a better light armor. Since he is a... I'm not sure, something. It's not a human. Maybe it's a human. That he can have that. Aha.
Place is trapped.
And let me guess, that is one of the traps there. She has advantage. And everyone failed. Well, that is just peachy. Well. Gale, I think that's the first and probably only time.
Quite ready for you.
That I will and can use the Mage Hand. Could have disarmed that one. Did they just kill each other? No. I mean, I could have disarmed that one. Should I disarm it first? It's probably better. Before they burn the book. I think the book was burned there, which is annoying. I'm not sure though. But let's just disarm the one thing that would set the others off. It's always better to only disarm the what's it called? The switch than the effects, you know. Makes it easier. And yes, I can easily disarm that. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Not trying this first. If I fail though, and I will roll a 1 now because I said that. No, I didn't. Great. Thank you, game. It's very nice of you to actually let me pass a check for once. We passed a few, but... okay, now that is a... That's an important decision. Who should read this? Ah, no, we can't read it anyway. I'll give it to Gale for now. Look at that! Karlach is dancing. I love that.
The book is locked tight with no visible keyhole. Only an oval recess in the cover's mouth.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while before we can find the key to that.
You try to examine the book, but the longer you stare, the more those piercing amethyst eyes draw you in.
I think I give that to
You've
Gale
seen similar
again.
books in wizards' libraries. A tome on Thayan magic. A rare and expensive find. But people have gone mad reading less dangerous texts.
Reading that won't be easy.
Curious. Why don't you take a closer look? I'll observe from back here.
Please don't open the creepy book.
Nice. Last time I didn't have Karlach with me. No, we'll take it with us. We tuck it in our backpack. And Gale will have it for now. Oh, now we find that. Great. But yeah, this was the book I thought the other one was. So I'm sorry. For safe scumming there with the other book. But, you know, it happens. Oh no, we can go through here. Don't need to go through the other thing again. Wait. Give yourself guidance. Because me wants to do the check, if there is one. Sometimes there's a check with stuffed creatures.
A young cave bear. Killed and stuffed before its teeth were fully grown.
Sadness. Poor bear. Don't know if we should destroy this or not. Don't know if that would give something. Weird. Poor little cave bear. Much sad. Incense, earthen bottle, nothing important. Okay. Okay, good. So we have done this. Well, this is it then for now. We'll see when we get the key to open the book. And next time we'll proceed right about here. Probably kill these gobos from here. And also we have to look through this building. And is that it? It's a very small village. Oh yeah, and whatever these ogres are doing here we need to look at. And then we'll see. Thank you all for watching. Leave me a like if you liked, subscribe if you haven't, follow me on Twitch, and come to Discord, and I see you all in the next one. Blub blub everyone. Until then.